Namaste, it's Natalie, and welcome to day 24 of our 30-day yoga journey. Today's focus is perspective. Go ahead and find your mat, and let's get started. Find a nice tall stance, placing your hands over your heart, and bring the hands up and back with a deep inhale. As you exhale, come down to your forward fold, nice and slow, bending your knees where you'd like. Relax your head and find yourself. Then step back your legs into a plank. Drop knees if you'd like, and breathe. Then go ahead and drop the left leg, straighten the right, and bring the right arm up to the sky. Or you can stack your feet on top. Whatever side plank you would like, go for it. Notice we're looking at the water in a side perspective, then back to center, and dropping the right leg. Just keeping the left leg straight, pivoting that foot, and find whatever variation of plank you would like. Then coming back and shift your hips up to downward facing dog. Walking your dog, bending one knee then the other. Feeling the stretch. Relax those shoulders away from the ears. Then come back to a plank, dropping the knees, and come back. Elbows hug into your sides, into cobra. Then push your hips up and back to child's pose. Relax your forehead on the ground. Then coming back up to tabletop. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the bottom into cow. Then arch the mid portion of the back, drop the head and tuck the tailbone in into cat. Then again to cow. Inhale here. Exhale to cat. See if you can move with the waves. Inhale. Exhale, cat. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up, and find your downward facing dog. Kick the right leg up to the sky, bend the right knee, and open up that hip. Deep breaths here. Then shift your gaze up between your hands. Try to step that foot or get it there however you can. Right arm comes up, left arm stays down. Just enjoy the view. Then drop the left knee down. Place your forearms down to the ground into lizard, or you can stay up and push the right knee out, whatever you prefer. Breathe into those tight areas and just release and let go. And straighten the left leg up and kick the right leg back, or however you get back to your downward facing dog. Walking your dog again. And find stillness. Kick the left leg up to the sky. Bend the left knee open. Keep the left shoulder down squared. And swoop the left leg through in between your hands if you can get it there. Now we're going to place it on the outside of the hands and bring the elbows down, or you can straighten them and drop the knee. Then straighten your left leg, and your right leg up off the ground. Right arm comes up, and deep breath up, looking towards the sky if you can. Then bring the hands back down. If you'd like, you can drop the right leg. And then coming back down to your downward facing dog, taking that back leg back if you can. And gently drop the knees. And find your child's pose. Sink in here. Feel free to stack your arms on top of each other, but try to release the forehead down. Go ahead and come on up, straighten the arms. Coming all the way up to your downward facing dog, dropping those heels down to the ground. Shift your gaze up and walk or jump to a forward fold. Then coming up, reverse swan dive. Sweep the arms up and back and feel the chest stretch. Bring the hands back to your heart. Deep inhale and exhale. And then sweep the arms back up to the sky. And find your chair. Weight goes in the heels, stepping the left leg back, right leg front into warrior two. Try to bring your arms parallel with the ground, then straighten the right leg. Drop the right arm down into triangle if you can. Shift your perspective and look up towards the sky. Focusing on your breath. Then bend the right leg. Place the right hand on the inside. And if you can, left arm behind you. And you're reaching for your hands behind your back. If you can. If not, just stay in that triangle pose with the bent knee. Unleash wherever you are and find your right warrior two again. Then shift your shoulders to the front, pivot the back foot to a lunge, lean forward and step forward to chair. Standing up tall, lean back, hands come to a prayer. Weight goes in the heels again. Left leg is in front, right leg goes back, and find your warrior two. Straighten that left leg. Reach forward and find your triangle pose. You can place your hands on the outside, inside, or on the shin. Making sure you have a nice flat torso. If you want to shift your gaze up towards the sky, go for it, or keep it down. Then left hand comes down on the inside of the left leg, wraps around, your right arm comes behind your back, and you try to reach for your hands if you can. If not, please don't force it. Noticing whatever perspective you are, your body awareness, your space awareness. Unleash and come on up, back to warrior two, shifting your chest to the front, pivoting the back foot, leaning forward and stepping forward to chair pose. Arms up if you can. Coming up on your toes, if your ankles are okay with that. Then stand up tall and back. Coming down to forward fold again. And breathing. In as you come up, standing tall, hands together to your heart. Shifting your weight to your left leg, go ahead and grab your right foot with your right hand. Bend the left leg because we're going to go ahead and try going down, and it's a really deep left hamstring stretch. If you can straighten it, just don't force it. Or you can keep it up to whatever warrior works for you. Go ahead and unleash the right leg and shake it down and around and out. Shifting your weight to the right leg, left hand grabs the left leg, finding whatever variation you like. If you can bend the right leg a little bit and come down all the way to the ground and straighten it a little bit more, go for it. Deep breaths here. Then coming up, if you can, try to 5-4 and back into your dancer pose. You go. Shake it out and come on down. Then hands come up, lean back, and swan dive down to a forward fold. Release that neck and just breathe. Bend your knees, step it back to a downward facing dog and sink into those heels. Then shift your weight back and forth as you walk your dog. And kick the right leg up to the sky. Swoop it through to pigeon. And sink on in if you can to it. Take a few moments just to feel where you are and notice how it feels when you're more grounded and open with your hips versus standing tall. Different angles, different movements, all about perspective. Allow yourself to release. And take a mental cleanse of anything in your mind that's giving you skewed results in your head. Coming back up now to a downward facing dog. Walk those feet, and this time kicking the left leg up to the sky and swooping it through down to pigeon. Now take a visual thought. A lot of times we focus on things that aren't serving us, or we're on the wrong perspective of them, where we could be on a better one. See if we can shift that energy to let your attention go to a place where your energy can flow more naturally. Ready, stagger your arms using the strength of them to come on up to a seated position. And go ahead and kick your legs out into a straddle, placing your hands behind your back and protruding you forward to open up your hips a little bit more. Feel free to roll around your neck, side to side. And if you want to place your right hand on the left side of your head, and pull it gently you can as you relax the left shoulder down, suppressing it. Then go ahead and come to center and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Relax the right shoulder down. And then coming back to center. Lean back and use the strength of your hands to bring you together. Finding a tall seat and then hinging from the hips to a forward fold. Deep inhale here and exhale, sink in just a little bit deeper if you can. And go ahead and push on up. Lean back, take your right leg, place it on figure 4 on top of your left, and bring in your left leg as close as you allow that flexibility to be. Then shift the hips up towards the sky as you elevate your bottom up. Then bring it back down. And we're going to drop both legs over to the left. Keep your right leg on top of the left and twist over the right now. Deep inhale here, try to relax that right shoulder. And exhale, twist over the back a little bit more if you can. And go ahead and unwind, lean back, and figure 4, the left leg on top of the right, lifting the hips up off the ground. And gently lowering and dropping both legs over to the right this time, keeping the lock with your legs. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, twist over the left shoulder. See if you can twist a little bit more if possible. And go ahead and unleash yourself, coming out. Finding boat pose if you can, one leg, both legs, or straight legs, just like so. Find your variation and hold it. Deep breaths. And then gently lower yourself to the ground and kick your legs up to the sky. Straddling your legs. And if you want to hold them for support, you can. Then place your feet together and butterfly your legs and cactus the arms out. And take a moment just to look at the waves, if you can, in your mind that you're hearing. And just notice how big the sea, the ocean, the universe is compared to any of your worries. Let them feel so small. Then go ahead and bring the legs staggering them out with bent knees, and drop both knees over to the left. Then go ahead and inhale, lift the knees up to the sky, squeeze the core, maybe readjust, and drop both knees over to the right. And then bring the knees up and letting your legs go down. Relax the shoulders. Take a few breaths here. And allow yourself just to drift away. You want to round up or come to a nice tall seat, go forward and just imagine yourself looking out amongst the water, feeling so empowered, welcoming all good things, releasing the rest. Hands over your heart. The light within me honors and cherishes the light within you. Take a deep inhale and exhale. Namaste. Thank you.